Just before we start, I just want to apologise for the fact that my wardrobe, my dark wardrobe is the background today, and of how dark it is. I've tried to put some lights around me to brighten it up a bit, but I have another working from home job, so this was the only chance I had today to film, so apologies for that, but it's not about me, it's about the message, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I hope you all had a fantastic Easter break. I definitely did. I really enjoyed having just a 3-day week last week. Managed to have a nice little clear out and get a few bits done that I can't usually get done, so it was really good for me. So yeah, I hope you guys all had fun. You ate too much chocolate, you know, the usual stuff. So before we start on our lesson, this has already gone out anyway, but I just need to let you know, for those of you who don't know, that unfortunately, and I'm so sorry to say, that we are having to move the date of A Midsummer Night's Dream to next year. Which is on the 11th and 12th of June. So Friday is the 11th and the Saturday is the 12th. And the 13th of June is my birthday, in case you want to get me a present. So just keep that date in your diary. Don't worry though, everything that we have kind of worked on, everything that has been worked on in the other groups is continuing as normal. And in terms of things that we have done for tech, that's the same too. We've still done the research, we've got the props list and things like that. So actually this is really good for us because tech wise you always run out of time. So this will really give us a really good head start already. So everything does stay the same, as I said. So for those of you who are in year 6, if there are any of you, I don't think there are, we will incorporate it into, we'll incorporate those pieces into Rapport, and then things like that. If anything else in regards to you know, anything that you want to send me, I have been kind of sending out those videos and I haven't heard anything back from most of you, so if there is anything you want to send me, if you have managed to do the book or just anything to do with tech, any queries, you know, or even if you just want to chat, then you can contact Fee on WhatsApp on 07799691328, 07799691328, and then she will pass, excuse me, I just had dinner, she will pass that on to me. So just as a reminder, we do Zoom every week if you want to share some news or play a game and have a chat. We are always here if you just want to, you know, forget about what's going on for 20 minutes or half an hour. So the link will be incorporated. We're going to do a big Rapport one from now, so you can come in and join the fun there. Okay, let's get down to it. So I'm going to do a warm-up game, which I know we haven't always done with tech, but why not? Let's do it. So I am going to give you a letter, and with that letter I would like you to think of a country, an animal and a fruit starting with that letter. So for example, let's do A. So a country, Antarctica, an animal, an antelope, and a fruit, an apple. So just those 3 things. So a country, an animal, and a fruit. So the letters I would like you to do that with are D, B, E, S, and R. This is a super fun game, and apologies because I know this has been going around on not on WhatsApp, on Instagram lately, but I've actually been playing this game as a warm-up in my lessons for a really long time, but it's still fun. So just go have fun with it, you know. Some of them are I've made them quite easy because some of them can be really hard. Okay, so obviously before Easter, for those of you who were already in my tech lesson, I gave you a task to keep you kind of busy over Easter if you got bored or if you wanted to give it a try. So I know that, as I say, we're no longer doing that show, but it will be all ready for next year, and hopefully you'll be able to carry those skills forward and understand a little bit more about what goes into the book. If you would like to show me your creations of the ones that you personally made, then do send them to Fee, or show me on Zoom, because I'm really excited to see those. I'm really excited to see your creativity and to see kind of where, you know, which bits you're really strong at, because then it might help me to know where to place you tech-wise next June. Okay, so our theme for this term is obviously something positive, because that's what we do at RPA, but our theme is hopes and dreams. So for this term, we are going to look at radio plays. Now you may be thinking, how are radio plays relating or linked to hopes and dreams? Well, I'm going to tell you. We are going to create our own radio play. Okay, so we're going to create that own radio play. So that might be a little kind of couple of pages of script and dialogue and sound effects, etc. In regards to kind of maybe some positives that have come out of this story, or kind of, when I say story, isolation, or anything, you know, things, positive things, basically. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there. So yes, I'm going to start again. So it's anything hopeful, anything that we can link to kind of hope. So it could be about spring, because spring is very hopeful because it means that summer's on its way, the sun is shining a bit more, the days are a bit longer, it gets darker a lot later. So even just spring could be related to hopeful and dreams. Or we can do something about what your dreams are when you're older, or, you know, after isolation. But just for this week, I would like you to research a radio play. Now, you may have heard of it. It is probably one of the most well-known plays in England, I would say, maybe even further afield. It's called The Archers. Now, I can almost guarantee you that most of your parents will have heard of this radio play. It might actually still be on. It used to be played on Radio 4, I believe. And it's they are from the West Country, I believe, so there is a bit of West Country accent going on. So just I've attached onto the lesson plan just a link to one of the episodes. But what I'd really like you to do is just have a listen, either to that, just one episode, because that is about 40 minutes long, or even a couple of episodes, so you get more of an idea. And just listen out for the different sound effects, and kind of have a think about how that relates to kind of plays that you are physically able to watch. What sort of things do they have to do differently because of the fact that you can only hear it, not see it? So just have a think about that. So it is on YouTube, because I know obviously not everyone has an access to a radio anymore, but it is on YouTube. Okay, right, so as I said, there is no pressure to create anything this week, unless of course you want to. I'm not going to say you can't, but there is no pressure to create anything this week because a lot of people have just gone back to school. But I would like you to think about some things that might be included in the Hopes and Dreams radio play. As I said before, it could be things like spring, it could be happiness, it could be the sun, it could be what you're going to do outside of isolation, any of those things. Now obviously that is almost the easy part, because how are we going to get that across? Because obviously for most of us, we've only ever watched a play, we haven't ever listened to one, so how do we get that across? If you would like to work with different people within the tech group, that is absolutely fine. The more people, the merrier. So what you could do is you can kind of just have a meeting over Zoom or WhatsApp or Skype or FaceTime, whatever kind of, however you've been doing those kind of video quizzes, and whatever you feel comfortable using, then that's absolutely fine. I will say, things you need to think about if you are all working together is that you need to make sure that everybody is in agreement with the fact that you're working with each other. If someone doesn't want to put their video on, then that's fine. They can just have their mic on, or if someone doesn't want to have their mic on, they can just be listening and typing the information they want to get across. All the other usual rules apply as well. Things like everybody gets a choice and everybody supports each other. There's no right or wrong here. None. So you can be as creative as you like. If you would like to do that and you would like to work in a pair or in a group, then just let me know, because what I'd really like to do as our final piece at the end of the term is kind of piece together parts of the play, whether that's so like maybe one of you, a couple of you are reading the script and then another person is doing the sound effects, things like that. And then what you can do is you can all send that to me and just make it one big video, and then we can kind of maybe show everybody if people are happy with that. Yeah, I mean, just have a think really. Okay, so just before we go, so we have obviously part of being with RPA or a part of the RPA family is that we look after everybody's emotional well-being and making sure that everybody's okay. Now I know Fee has attached a feather for many of the lessons, just asking you to write colour it in and write some positive things and what amazing things that you're good at. So by all means do that feather, because it really, really helps even just to get everything out and to remember what you are good at and why you're so amazing. But I just also want to say that do remember, sorry my voice cracked then, do remember that we are here for a chat. If you are struggling, you're feeling really sad and you don't know how to deal with it, or you're just feeling a bit lost and a bit anxious, everybody's in the same boat at the moment, because it's an upheaval for all of us. It's something that we have to learn how. We have to kind of figure out the best way of coping by ourselves almost. But if you are struggling and you just need to get some things sorted in your head, then just let us know. We're always here. So you can message Fee. You can even talk to us over Zoom. That would be in the groups. So it'd be if you're comfortable with that. But Fee is always available for a chat. Don't forget that. Or even if you just want a break from your family because they're driving you up the wall. or you just want to talk to someone about how you're feeling besides your family, then that's okay too. Basically, what I'm saying is, we are here for you. Okay? And don't forget that. Because we wouldn't want you to feel like you're going through anything alone. Okay? You guys are all amazing, and we are missing you all so much. Okay? And just remember that. Okay. That's all I've got to say. So just, it's all in the lesson plan, so I won't go over it. Just remember the arches. But get researching and have a great week. Bye.